Welcome to DIY for Homeowners by Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we're sharing another project using parts from an old baby crib.
In our last project, we cut off these spindles and used that part to make a shoe holder. Well, today we are going to make a way to easily hold stuffed animals. Let's get started. Besides the leftover spindles, we'll also be using 2 wood rounds. It's very important to make sure the holes line up on the top and bottom rounds, so we ended up making a drilling template out of wrapping paper. This paper already had a grid on the back side, which made this process straightforward. Mom first drew vertical and horizontal lines, and then drew diagonals where we wanted the holes to be. Mom folded the template so we could better see the marking lines. We placed the template on the wood round and secured with painter's tape. To make each hole, we're going to use a Forstner bit, and we're using the bit here just to mark the drill locations. I measured about a ½ inch from the edge, and Mom gently tapped the bit to make a mark on the wood. We took the template off and drilled the holes. We chose to use a Forstner bit here because it leaves a flat bottom hole and you don't have to drill all the way through like you would with a hole saw or spade bit. Here we're drilling the additional holes that were not on the original template, and we collected the sawdust as we go. We tried to make the holes as straight and even as possible, but we're human and they're not all perfect. If you're looking for more precision, a drill press is probably a better option. The hardest part of this project is when we tried to check the fit, we had to juggle the spindles, and as you can see here, we failed a couple times. Then we realized we could use regular hot glue to temporarily hold the spindles while we checked the fit, and this worked out perfectly, and everything lined up, so we moved on to sanding the wood rounds. Once Mom sanded the rounds, she brushed on preconditioner, which allows the stain to go on evenly. This is a must when using pine wood. With the stain applied, we moved on to officially adding the spindles. We used a wood glue and a brad nailer to hold each spindle in place. We used a carpenter square to make sure they were set at 90 degrees. With the bottom attached, we put the top in place while the bottom dried. Once that was dry, we flipped over the piece and lifted the spindles and rested them on the top as we repeated the process. This time we brad nailed from the top, which was much easier. Here it is, all done, holding all of Mac's stuffed animals. She can easily get them from the front opening, and they are no longer all over my house. What we learned. Now this is here in my living room, and this was never the place I was gonna actually keep this. This is gonna go in my bedroom next to Mac's bed because that's, where she plays with her toys. But now that it's sitting in the living room, I'm thinking, actually this is a great place for it because I can use it as a side table, and then when I wanna play with Mac, I can just pull out a toy and be like, hey, come get it, girl, woo! And I can throw toys to her. So I might actually leave this in here. And if you're not a dog person, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, I would not want a bunch of stuffed animals in my living room. Well, I've had stuffed animals sitting here because they're her toys. And if you're a dog person, you probably get it. So this might stay here, might go into my bedroom. We'll figure it out. But I think it makes a great side table.
It does, and you could also put in folded throws in here. So you could use it for something other than stuffed animals.
Yeah, you could put blankets, you could put pillows. You could also, this would be great in a kid's room for their stuffed animals. So not just for dogs, that just happens to be how I needed it and how it worked perfect for me.
Now we use these wood rounds, and if you followed us for any time, you know that we've used these in several projects. They're fairly inexpensive at the Home Depot. They come in 2 different sizes, and they're a nice piece of wood to work with. So if you're wanting something, you don't have to cut out your own wood round. You can buy these ready to go. All you do is sand them a bit and finish them.
Thank you for joining us. If you want to support us, please watch more videos. At the very end of this video, we'll have a link to 2 videos that are related to some of these projects here. All right, so thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. So how many end tables have we made now? I feel like we've made
We've made a lot. I counted them. There's at least 10, and there's some duplicates in there.
We've only made a couple actual like
From
double end tables though. Like usually end tables we have 2 of them.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
We've only made like a couple that
you're
are
right,
duplicates. Yeah. Well,
It's boring to make
this
more than
we
one.
never intended this to be an end table.
No.
But I'm loving it. See, that's the thing is like I actually love this here, but I love the C table that we made that
Yes.
is normally there. So I'm not sure what to do.
Well, it's a problem. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is one of those problems where like we make something and then it's like even cooler than we expected, and then now I have too many choices.
That's true, yes. And I think we talk about, we do have a lot of end tables, and I think end tables are a great project for a beginner because you
Yeah.
can be so successful with them. And once you have one success under your belt, it's easy to move forward
Yeah.
and build something else. I don't know, there's a lot of creativity in making end tables, and there's not a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
Like if you're building something big. So it's a good way to get your feet wet, I think.
Yeah, and there was really the biggest thing that was like annoying with this is having to wait for paint to dry, which I think is like a problem with.
Mean the stain?
Yeah, because we had the stain, so we had to.
Or the glue to dry. Because,
Yeah, and we had
it's
the
a
glue to
full 24
dry.
hours.
So this was a short project, but it probably took like a week to finally finish.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
And working with spindles.
Oh yeah, they kept falling.
It was really
That
bit
was funny.
challenging, but we figured it out.
I
so-
know. I would totally make another one.
Yes.
I think they're great, especially like a present for a dog owner. I don't know. I feel like we could make some. I don't know, for dog owners, for kids, like
rooms, yeah.
perfect for a kid's room. I just think it's a great idea, and it was a very straightforward project. And you don't even have to do the brad nails. You could just glue it.
You could, but
We
we did that because it just kept it more secure when it was drying.
but
so.
like it's super secure. It's not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
I really thought the spindles were way too long.
You
We're
said
too
yes.
tall. We're all too tall.
And I was like, no, I don't need to come down.
I don't know why I thought that, but it's actually the perfect height for
It is, yeah.
a table. So
Yeah, I remember thinking it was like always going to be the perfect height.
yes,
Yeah,
I thought it was
really
too
happy
tall
with
and
it.
skinny, but it actually turned out really well. And you could make this bigger if you use those bigger rounds and just add more spindles. And there's actually, we only use, this is one side of a crib minus 2. I think we
Yeah, we
there were
still have a
2 we
whole
didn't
bunch
use.
left.
We still have a whole side and
Yeah.
the side and the ends. Yeah.
Exactly.
To me, that's the hardest part of using circles is trying to find its center because even though it doesn't have to be perfect, I do like it to be right in the center.
And every time we work with these, I'm like, okay, let's find the center. And I'm like, it's right here. And then you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We got to find the exact center.
And every time I go to the internet, I find another way to do it.
Yeah, and we always try it like a different way.
But I like using the wrapping paper.
Yeah,
Because
that's a good idea.
with the squares on it, it was like, okay, this is really easy to do. And I know exactly,
Yeah.
as long as you get it centered on the paper originally,
Yeah.
that was super simple.
Oh, and also if you don't have these, you can easily use wood dowels.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's so many other things that you could do. You don't have to have these, but
Don't have to have baby crib.
and I like the
dolls.
look. The white with the
gray.
gray. I'm really
Yes.
happy with it. All right.
Good job.
Oh, did you know that they have purple tea? Oh,
Yes. Purple tea. Well, mine is,
I have purple tea.
I have ginger tea.
It's like plants and
Herbs.
herbs.
That sort
It's
of
very
thing,
good.
so.
It tastes purple.